I want to share with you the profound and life-changing lessons from one of the most powerful books ever written, Man's Search for Meaning, by Viktor Frankl. This is not just a book, it is a testimony of the human spirit, written by a man who survived the unthinkable. Viktor Frankl was a renowned Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist. But more than that, he was a Holocaust survivor. He spent years in Nazi concentration camps, including Auschwitz. While many around him perished, he lived to tell the story, not just of suffering, but of meaning found within suffering. The core message. At its heart, Man's Search for Meaning teaches one key lesson. Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. Frankl observed that those who survived the concentration camps were not always the strongest or the smartest, but often those who had something to live for. A reason, a purpose, a hope. Part 1. Life in a concentration camp. Frankl starts by recounting his horrifying experiences in the camps. Stripped of his family, his freedom, his clothes, even his name, he was reduced to a number. Prisoner 119,104. Every day was filled with hunger, pain, humiliation, and the constant presence of death. But amidst this horror, Frankl made a mental decision. He realized that even in such extreme conditions, man has the freedom to choose his attitude. He said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." Even in the face of unimaginable cruelty, Frankl chose not to let the Nazis take away his inner freedom. He chose to hold on to meaning. 3 sources of meaning. Frankl identifies 3 ways we can find meaning in life. Through work or a task. Creating something or doing meaningful work. This gives us purpose. For example, Frankl kept himself alive by imagining himself one day lecturing about the psychology of concentration camps. Through love. Loving someone deeply or being loved gives our life deep significance. Frankl often survived by thinking about his wife. He didn't even know if she was alive, but the thought of her gave him strength. Through suffering. When suffering is unavoidable, we can still find meaning in how we respond to it. He says suffering ceases to be suffering once it finds a meaning. Logotherapy, meaning-centered therapy. After the war, Frankl developed a new branch of psychology called logotherapy, from the Greek word logos, meaning. Unlike Freud's idea that pleasure is the main drive of humans, and Adler's idea that power is the main drive, Frankl believed the primary human drive is the search for meaning. He wrote, "Those who have a why to live, can bear almost anyhow." Logotherapy helps people find meaning in their lives, even in pain, failure, or loss. Why this book matters today. This book, written in 1946, still speaks to millions today. Why? Because in our modern world, many people are still lost, depressed, anxious, unfulfilled, not because life is hard, but because they haven't found their why. Frankl's message is simple but revolutionary. Life has meaning under all circumstances, even the most miserable ones. We always have the freedom to choose our attitude. Meaning is personal, it must be found by you. My favorite lessons. Let me share a few personal takeaways. Pain is part of life, but it doesn't have to destroy us. It can shape us. Hope is powerful, more powerful than fear. Even in the darkest moments, we can choose to be kind, to love, to dream. Conclusion. Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning is not a history book. It is a mirror, reflecting our own lives and challenges. So I ask you today, what gives your life meaning? Is it your family, your faith, your work, your dreams? Remember this, you may not control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. And in that response lies your freedom, and your meaning. Thank you.